This is just a little clip of some of the types of patches and hair is surrounding them. A lot of times the hair will not come back. If it goes untreated, it will not come back. So if you first begin to see it, then consult your stylist, if however she consult you or you consult her, and then that's the time that you go out. It's just certain things that we cannot do no matter what they say. You have to seek help from a dermatologist. This is where all the hair is gone from the scalp, all the hair, and men and women. Okay, universal. This is where all the hair leaves. Any part of your body, whether it's your legs, underarms, or whatever, you lose all the hair. Okay. This is male pattern baldness. Anybody know anyone that has male pattern baldness? For as a male.
Well, Joe had it, but he ain't got no hair now. He just shaved it all off.
And this is for the male that has a male pattern baldness, and this is what we call in the females the male pattern baldness, because it's best described that way because we lose in the same area. We lose in the same area. Okay, this is where the braids come in. You can see here, this is kind of like the edges of a hair. If the hair is pulled back in the opposite direction over a period of time, like you saw the slide where they had the braids, after a while it loosens up and it comes out. When you're wearing hair appliances, which are known as wigs, that's the new name for it, hair appliances. When you wear those, are hair applications, okay? When you're wearing those, make sure that it's an airy wig. Make sure that you have the support when you wear it, because they will, over a period of time, rub out your edges. They say that's not so, but I know for a fact that that is real. It will take out the edges, and also the nape of the neck as well. Where it fits down in front of the ears, it goes there. So those are the places, in front of the ears, the temple areas, and the nape, when you're wearing a hair appliance. Make sure it's airy. Make sure if it's not human hair, change it regularly. I call them fun wigs. When you gonna wear it for a little while and take it and put it away. Just don't throw it up in the closet. You want to keep it clean because it's going back on your head. If you wear a cap up under there, which you should, then still pay attention to your hair. I think what we do in some cases when we're wearing a hair appliance, we forget about our own hair. We forget. We'll say, well, hey, I asked a lady once, I said, well, we were talking about the products that she used, and she asked about her grandchild. I said, well, listen, what are you using? She couldn't think of a thing. And finally she said, well, I use some soap. Any good product that you use on your own hair, you use it for your child, because what you're doing is nurturing that hair at a young age. So you use good products for that child as well. Okay, next one. Now this is when you all get to talk. Any questions so far? That's when you all get to have some input or ask some questions, and I'll try to answer them if I don't know. Some of your teachers, I don't know, I'll find out. Get that with you. Any questions?
Yeah, I wear wigs all the time. I have tons of different ones. But I don't like to wear the cap because the cap sometimes is too tight. My daughter, why do you need to wear a cap? The cap just sometimes hurts. It just makes my head feel uncomfortable. So I wear a cap with mine.
Now, you know there are different sizes, right?
Yeah, I know, and I've tried them, but I just don't like the cap.
Sometimes the pressure from the cap and the pressure from the wig, I know it affects your sinuses. Believe it or not, it somewhat gives you headaches and feel that your head is about to explode because it hits certain areas and kind of sends those triggers off. And I've seen people, tears just running, and they're fine because the wig or the cap is too tight.
But is it bad not to wear a cap? Is really my question.
You really need to,
Okay,
because it helps to protect those areas that we talked about. It doesn't rub them out, because as soon, say, as you get home or from work, you should really air your own hair out and let it breathe and condition it as good as you treat your outside appearance, you have to do the same thing. So once you take it off, you really have to take care of your own hair to preserve it. You really do. But we get in a hurry and we neglect it. It's braided, it's up on the cap, it's okay, nobody's gonna see it. Well, go to the trash can with your hair off, then, and your neighbor's like, who in the world is that? Okay. But anyway, another question.
I was wearing my wig without the cap, and I understand that I should wear the cap, but like Willa said, they were too tight. But now what I do, I clip the wig cap, and it's a lot more comfortable, because that's what I was told us cause some of this thinness.
Yeah, it rubs it. It rubs it.
And when I get ready to take it off, I pull from the back to make sure it's not sliding
and lift up on it.
So I don't know, is that good or bad?
That's good.
Wow,
that's good.
Hey, girl, I'm telling you, I got.
That's good. You kind of have to get the basics, but also what works for you. What works for you.
I got to clip them because they would give me the headache. I can't do that.
And it presses on those
all
areas.
Around. Well, they got extra larges down the street, but I clip it so that I can tolerate it.
They do act as a protector, because if you think about it, when the webs on the wig are spaced, because they're much better, they make better ones now. And I'll add too, if you can get a human hair that you can really work, it's actually better. But if you get one, and I call them again fun wigs or occasional wigs, they shouldn't even be worn over a period of time. Once you wash them, you already know what happens. It's a whole different world when you wash them. And they're inexpensive to the point you can trade them off or get another one. Don't wear them until they collect dust and they're frizzing and they're like, okay, I know that couldn't be human hair. We need to change it, because that's why they're inexpensive, because they're not human and we can do something else with them. Anybody else?
When that when that lady's hair was purple on there, was that just a chemical, or was that the sign of?
It was the chemical. Now she
might have smoked some weed.
She may have smoked some weed. Since our friends say that means she has stopped. It could have been sometimes chemicals, say bleachers for instance. If you see a color, it looks like it should be white, not necessarily. But if you see a purple residue on it, I mentioned that he was smoking weed because he was, but sometimes the medications. If you know, and this comes with having a consultation with your client, if you know that this client is on certain medications, do your research. Having to do a research, or you can ask your doctor, this is what I want to get, is it okay? Because certain medicines can work against what you're trying to do, and it comes out on the hair. So here's that residue that you get. So that means that the chemical is counteracting with what you may have taken. So if you don't get a good perm, say this particular time, now your stylist is recognizing, okay, I have to go back and make sure, because sometimes people are not honest with you. They want it so bad, they'll just say whatever just to get it. They're not honest with you. And so therefore, what we do is make sure we know. Client card, ask them if they feel that, or better still, you can make a record of your conversations yourself. This is what I told her, this is what I take. Ask questions. Do you think that this process is good for me, first of all? Is it good for me? Will it work? And then go from there. Another thing about hair appliances, I always say it's good to express yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. But also get something that is going to compliment you. Get something, it's just like your own hair. Get something that's going to compliment you, but don't be afraid to step out.
So I have a hard question.
Well, you don't
Yeah,
ask.
I wasn't hard, but I'm just saying, and I didn't mean hard. I don't even know if there's a real answer for it. But is there a I'll say a cure for alopecia, but then, maybe that's not what I'm really asking. I'm thinking, let me back up. Let's say you go to, your beautician tells you, you're experiencing hair loss, and they say, okay, you need to go see a dermatologist. Okay, now I've heard of people that go to dermatologists and I guess they give you some shampoo that's blue, some color, I don't know.
It depends.
It depends on.
The stage.
Oh, okay. So, can a dermatologist really help? I mean, what do they do?
Okay, what they do is do a biopsy. Say, for instance, if the scalp is raised and have scarring, they do a biopsy. They see if that scalp is damaged, if you can really reproduce. Say, for instance, look at my hand. We already know hair don't grow there, but we're just gonna use this for an example. Once the scarring appears and it goes away, and you just smooth here, it's no way for hair to come out of here. There's just no way. Once those follicles die out and close up like this, hair cannot come out.
Yeah.
It will not come out. Now, back to what you asked me in the beginning, there is not a cure. If it is caught in time, alopecia, if it's caught in time, it can be treated. And hopefully, but what we do is wait until we get to that point, and then you're having these continuous trips to the dermatologist. Have they gotten good results? Yes. In some cases, you have to be the one to say, okay, enough is enough. It's just not going to happen. So then I need to take the next step.
And what do you think about hair and nail vitamins? I was taking those and it seemed like I was seeing some results, but I can't take a lot of they had fruit in it. What's the word? They were breaking me out. Oh gosh. I can't have a lot of orange juice. What you call it?
Calcium?
Acid?
Calcium?
I can't think of it. But anyway, I was taking those and it looked like I was seeing some results with this hair growing back in the top.
What were you taking?
Hair and nail vitamins.
Was it Biotin? Biotin?
I'm not sure, but they were the gummy type, and I was taking 2 a day, and it looked like I was seeing
Some results?
some results. Because also my nails used to split up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started breaking out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And do you think it was from that?
I think so because I can't.
You wasn't taking anything else different?
No.
You just added that on to it?
So I was taking them every day, 2 a day, but I stopped and started trying to take them maybe twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
And got the breaking out got better. I really think that's what it was.
Okay. I know I do the vitamin hair, skin, and nails, and it's 1,000 milligrams. You can take it once a day, or I do once a week.
I think this works.
I do once a week because you can go up to 10,000 milligrams, which that should be recommended by a doctor because that can throw that pH off. I knew not to take that, and I picked them up over at Walmart, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is the highest form. So I know that wouldn't work for me in conjunction to other things that I were taking. But I wish I knew the name of it, but biotin is a very good one.
And biotin covers all 3.
All 3.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And in small amounts, it helps the skin, it takes care of the nails hardening, because I was wearing the covering over my nails, and that's why I started with the nails. And then, you kind of start to break out some, too much chocolate or sweets or whatever. So it keeps that skin and everything at a good pH. So if anything were to happen, then you kind of know what to do. And there's another thing, and we'll move on, when it comes to, we're in a lot. Do you guys moisturize a lot? Hand, face, feet?
I don't, I've gotten lazy with it. I don't as much as I use seriously. I have to really stop myself. I've gotten lazy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I have
it's
since
a
I'm not
good
working.
thing.
Yeah.
it's a good thing to moisturize. And with me, sometimes I would save the good stuff if I'm going somewhere. I'm like, why would I save the good stuff? And people give me like little gift bags, and I say I'll save that, or I'll give it to a sister. Guess what? I use that stuff every day.
Yeah.
But we really need to be using that on account of the mask, cause the mask
Yes,
dries.
yes. And don't be out in the sun with the mask and you get in the house.
Oh,
You got
yeah.
the whole
You like abandoned.
Yeah.
But moisturize hand, face, and up under the neck.
Mhm.
We're in, in the beginning of all this, we're in a lot. And that's a whole different type of dryness in the house, So we get to a point where we need to moisturize. Even when you're just sitting around watching TV, put some on. You may go wash your hands and wash it off. So what the heck? Use it anyway.
I got another word. I was in ATL and they were trying to sell me some hair wax that make your hair any color you want.
Okay.
Are you familiar?
Hair
with
wax.
Uh-huh.
They call it hair wax, and you put it on your hair and make it any color.
Temporary change. Yeah.
No, I didn't get it. I was
No,
always in
Tell
ATL.
it, Chuckler.
Yeah.
I bet you tried it.
Well, now, you do notice the top of our hair now, girls. It is different.
No, I've never tried. I mean, I
May I ask a question?
I'm deep. I don't think you find anything, but I won't put a lot on what I got left of.
That's right. That's right.
No, I said, hair wax. She said, I can make this hair any color you want. I said, oh, yeah.
Go home and shampoo.
So how does the hair wax, if you were to use that, how does that affect your natural hair?
It's a temporary change.
So it won't
Wash on, wash off.
so it won't hurt.
No.
What she said, but I said, oh.
It's like makeup.
No chemicals. It's kind of like a fun thing. Like we said, a fun wig. It's sort of like a fun thing. You just want a little change. So hey, I'm going to do this. And like I say, if you're really into change, get you just a hair piece and kind of play around with it, style it, do something different. Don't wait ladies to the last minute, put it on and like, okay, I can't make it do anything. This is.
It looked like it would drip on your clothes, love.
It's wax once it's hard, but with the heat being the way that it is, and your body heat, because all the heat is in the head, and then you get real hot, and then okay, watch out, because it just may drip off. So you have to be real careful with that.
So, see, I have, let's see, it'll be 6 years ago in October, I had a lumpectomy. I had a pre-cancerous cell in my breast. So after that point, I had to take this pill for 5 years, and I finished taking it now. And during the course, of course, hair loss is one of the things, but, I attribute that to the hair loss that I'm experiencing. The thinning, like in this area right up in here, and even this bang area now, I've noticed some more thinning in it. But I don't worry too much about it because I don't really have to get dressed to go anywhere.
Okay.
And I let the perm grow out almost 5 years ago now, and it's in a natural state. So I wear a natural all the time.
Okay.
I pressed it to come here, and I press it every now and then. But if I go out to the humidity, boom, it's gone.
Right.
Or if I work out, boom, it's gone. So I do try to keep I'm more conscious now of trying to oil my scalp, because years ago I wouldn't oil my scalp because
Good color for her. We so often say, oh, she's wearing a good color, it matches her skin. Wrong. It should not. It should be an accompaniment to your skin, not match your skin. That's where we go wrong there. So, because if you had a blank canvas and all you could see was black, where did your eye go? It's nowhere for it to go. So how can we say, and it's been said, it's something needs to be corrected, that, oh, that's good, it's the same color, her hair's the same color for skin. That's not what you want, that blank canvas. Okay, so real quick, what you think? We're looking at hair color, we're looking at her facial shape and her earrings. We're going to put them all together. What do you all think?
Face shape is what I'm really struggling with.
See, y'all leave her for last. Leave her for last.
She is.
She's the technical person. What do you all think?
I see outline. I see rectangular.
You see rectangle. Okay. And Veronica, you saw what?
Oblong.
Oblong. Kind of similar. They have similarities.
She another cross.
Miss Glory, what you think? Since you were first, and you had to soak all this in. What you think?
I kind of see the inverted triangle.
Okay, got a new inverted triangle. Okay. Long hair, short hair.
Sure.
I guess I see it show
I'm
all
so
the time.
I think you can
You
do.
got. That's
She
why
can
she has
do-
to straight. You have to take. You have to let your
Short
mind go.
or-
Take it away. What she could be one or the other or both.
Yeah.
What you think?
She can be both.
She can
She
wear
could
hair.
be,
I think short.
not long, but
But kind of.
medium.
Right, we always said the
At the
top
show.
right here.
Right at the show.
Yeah.
And think about it, this is why we have the drape. What about earrings? What you think? Go back to your facial shapes now. What do you think? Decide from
Oops,
the
oops,
shape
oops.
that you say she is.
The round, the classic stubs, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Chandelier sometimes will make you, it draws the attention where you don't want it. That's the purpose of the chart. It kind of brings the attention where you don't want it to be. Okay, Miss Tech Person, what you think?
What?
I had to told color, face shape, and earrings. What you think?
The color right here, I like that color.
Okay.
And because
She needs some eyebrows, but
I
let's
do,
let's
I
keep
do
it.
eyebrows, I do not have eyebrows.
But like I got the microblade, I ain't had any mine gone.
Okay.
I've
Would you
never
take
had
a
eyebrows.
class with us with
That
makeup?
would open up.
Would you do a class of makeup with us if I called it together?
I've never had eyebrows.
What you think?
That would open up your face, eyebrows, seriously.
But I think a lighter hair color
See,
too.
She could wear. She could
See,
be
I-
like
her
observation.
her forehead to me seems broad. That's why I
She's
said
almost a square.
rectangular.
Rectangle
versus-
square.
Okay.
I would
She's
I would
not-
draw between the square and the inverted triangle. That's what I would do.
Okay. Does she have a sharp chin? She's wide across the front. It appears to be. We
Yeah,
can't
but
know
her
if she
chin
has
is
hairline,
not. Yeah.
but she's kind of wide. So she's an oblong
She's an
square.
oblong square.
Oblong square. Okay. Now what about her earrings? Can